What's up, guys? It's Premium Mitch. Just checking in, about to start the 370z wrap. It's been kind of a little bit of a project, and Alright, what's up, guys? So it is another year later and my car is looking a little bit different, as you can see behind me. Basically, this video is going to be taking you guys from the beginning, basically from when I got the car. As you saw the old intro when the car was still gloss black, still on stock wheels. Now you've seen how far it's come. Still a lot planned for this thing, but this is just a video to catch you guys up to speed. Like I said, we're going to be doing these types of videos with everybody in the crew, so this is my chance to do it. We got the new livery installed, got the wheels redone by Ray's Customs, bringing out a different look and bringing out the original color that the car was supposed to be wrapped, which was satin dark gray. So I got this car coming off of a 2005 WRX. Basically the story behind it was I was finishing up school at UCR, wanted to get into a car that was a little more current and a little more of a grown-up car than a straight piped WRX. So I ended up picking up the Z, and I don't know if I went the grown-up route, but it is where it is, and basically had the itch. I've wanted a Z since I was a kid. My grandpa had a 280Z when he was younger, and now I've followed on the tradition, and I also have the Z, and it's just one of those cars that I wanted to have. Basically, the Z is just a bucket list car that I've wanted, and I'm so glad I've had the opportunity to start to build one, and like I said, there's a lot more in the works for it. So the mod list on the car is it's fairly short. It is for a reason. I've been bouncing around different ideas of getting a Q50, keeping this thing pretty stock, supercharging the car, or anything like that. So based on that, the car has stayed pretty much stock. I do have a full custom built exhaust by Advanced Innovations. It's fully manual welded and everything like that. So it's a pretty cool custom exhaust. I have a intake courtesy of AFE Power. I have the coils, I have the wheels, pretty much the very basics of having a car, basically intake, exhaust, things like that. I do plan, however, on possibly supercharging at this point. I'm still debating about getting the Q50 as the two-door, two-seat thing is getting kind of tough. So far, it's still manageable. I will be making that decision probably by next summer. One of the other things I do have is the oil cooler. That's really kind of been saving my butt, especially in the hot days of summer that we've had, as well as custom lighting by Ronin Automotive. I have the tail as turns on the tail lights. I have a aftermarket third brake light, and the wheels are SSR Agel-Struce, built by Nifty Built Wheels, powder coated by Ray's Customs. They are wrapped in Federal 595s, RSRRs. Pretty short mod list, and hopefully it's going to continue to grow. I just don't know what direction I'm going to take it. Right now, the favorite part of my car is by far the wheels. It was one of those things where I loved the last setup that we did. We've actually had two previous setups on the wheels, but this was one where I knew I was going to go with the two-tone wrap, so I didn't want to go with too many colors on the wheels. So we decided to go one color to match the face and the lips, and we went with the transparent copper, and I couldn't believe how it came out. It came out absolutely amazing. In the shade, it looks great. In the sun, it really pops, and the best thing about it is it matches well with the satin dark gray up front, and it also matches well with the white out back. So it's just kind of the perfect thing to tie the car together. What's it like wrapping your own car? That one's kind of tough. While it is fun and rewarding, I think Johnnee would agree with me, Daniel would agree with me. It's great to wrap your own car because you know the quality that's going into it. You know every single corner that you're tucking, every single cut you're making. So you always have that peace of mind when you're working on it. You know absolutely everything that's going into the car. I think the biggest bummer is the kind of wow factor when the project's done. I know our customers get that when they drop a car off and they get to come back 3 days to a week later and their car's completely different. That's the only thing we don't get, is because we see when we wrap a fender, we see when we wrap the hood, we see when we wrap the quarter panel, and then I get to see it when I'm putting it back together. And then it's a great moment when you get to take a step back and say, wow, that looks great. But it's a little different than a customer dropping off a car and having a whole new car when they pick up. So that's the only thing. You don't get that last wow factor. However, I do love wrapping my own car. I love working on my own personal car, and I love working on Johnny's car. in Daniel's car with them. Just a lot of fun working on your own car and just kind of being friends and working on cars. I think the main reason I went with a two-tone wrap on this one, when I initially went back to wrap the Z about a year ago, I think all the guys at the shop could attest to it. I was 100% torn on doing satin dark gray and satin frozen vanilla. There were two newer colors by 3M and I couldn't decide which one I wanted. When I originally wanted the car, I wanted a satin pearl white one, but I've liked that satin dark gray since it came out. So I was always torn on that, and after I wrapped it white, as much as I loved it, I was still missing out on the satin dark gray. And so I decided that I wanted to kind of tie it all together. So basically I told Christian that I wanted to do some type of blend front to back and basically let him run with it. He kind of came up with a quick design and then we ran with it. So I was able to have the best of both worlds and get both colors that I was torn between about a year ago, and the cars come together how I want it. So this install is a pretty straightforward install. One of the things that Johnnee and I both know going into it is this is going to be an after hours thing. It is going to be working on my own car. And so that's basically the mindset. We are tired. It is the end of the day and now we get to start this thing. Basically Christian just headed out for the night. He left me the design, and now John and I get to put the pieces together. So basically it's a pretty straightforward design. It's going to be two big pieces that are going to be going on the door right now, and it's going to be split top to bottom. And we're actually going to be using the spikes as a way to split up the design without having a seam basically on it. So as you'll see on the bottom of the top section, it's going to go into the actual fender, and we're going to use that for the second piece that's going lower to go kind of push forward a little bit. So that way, instead of having a seam on the corner of the door, the spike is going to go forward, and so you're going to have a separation between the two layers. So I really like how Christian designed that. Basically just a minimal amount of seams on this car because of that. After the top design is laid, then we're going to cut a piece of the stripe and lay it on the back side of the door handle, instead of going all the way through the door handle, just to add some depth to the design. And then once that top section's finished, again, it's super straightforward. We have the bottom piece to lay, which lines up with the front of the fender and goes all the way back onto the door as well. The fender portion, in order to save seams, is going to be cut out when we do it, and we're actually going to wrap the whole fender. And the bottom section, again, like I said, the way it's designed, there's going to be no seams on it at all. And then once we're done laying the spikes, then we're actually going to lay the whole fender. And then once we jump onto the fender, the whole fender gets wrapped, and we're actually going to be doing small triangle cutouts for the front part of the spikes, and that way you'll see it all come together. You'll see that there's no seams running through the fender or through the door or anything like that. So the design came out super clean, and I absolutely love it. After that, basically the rest of the install is going to be a normal wrap. We're going to be wrapping the hood fully, and then we move on to the bumper, and that's it. That's really it. The material did not cost that much because it was just a partial wrap, and so this is just a cool way of changing the car up quickly, basically overnight, with just a little bit of effort. And so I think it's one of those cool things where it's not a full wrap. You're not getting so invested into it, and with just a few hours of Johnnee helping me out, we're gonna get this thing knocked out. The last part about the livery that we're installing is our new premium autograph decals that we have. We have them on the website at premiumautostyling.com. We have two different styles. We have smaller ones, as well as the race orientation, which is going to be the size that is going on my side skirt, and it's going to be one normal one, and then it's going to be one that is the mirrored image of it, so that they're going to match, for basically, as you'll see on most liveries, you have mirrored images. So yeah, go ahead and go check out the website and pick those up. I want to give a quick shout out to all of my sponsors. Of course, Premium Auto Styling, Ronin Automotive for doing all the lighting. We have Status Automotive for doing all of the adjustments with suspension and everything like that. Best Tire Shop, hooking it up with the tires. We have Nifty Built Wheels, who has killed it on every single wheel build that I've done so far. We have Ray's Customs, that is the best powder coater I know in the industry. We got Mishimoto, who has been one of the biggest saviors for the car with that oil cooler. And the last one is going to be AFE Power for all the performance upgrades for the car. I look forward to showing you guys some more install videos of more of the products they supply as well. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, this is just a quick update into where the car is sitting now, what we have planned for it. You're gonna be seeing more videos like this with Anthony's car, with Johnny's car, with everybody else here's car. So this is just a quick little progress report. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned. Don't forget about our 200,000 subscriber giveaway. We are so close now. We are coming up on 190,000 very quickly. And once we hit that 200,000 mark, as you guys know from the last time, we are going to be giving away that wrap. We are going to be picking the winner. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you get everyone to subscribe so we can hit that mark. And make sure you guys are entered into the contest. It's very straightforward. For those of you that don't know how to enter the contest, it's very straightforward. You just go to our website, premiumautostyling.com. You're gonna hit the drop down menu there, and you're gonna scroll down to where you see car wrap giveaway. You're gonna give that a click. You'll be able to scroll down, you'll see that page. There's the how to enter, then there's the enter giveaway. You're gonna just click there, and then it's gonna have all the information for you there. It's very straightforward. Email address, name, phone number, and what do you drive. And from that, it's super straightforward. Make sure that you don't forget to enter. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, but make sure you do that final step of entering that contest so you could be the winner of that free giveaway. And that's going to be it for this one. Comment down below whose car you want to see the update on next, and we will do another in-depth video of one of our other employee cars here. So let us know whose car you want to see updated, and we will do that on the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one.
Classic Mitch outro.
Also looking for sponsors. If you guys need a 370, hit me up. I know a guy that has one.
Hey.